Welcome to Elevate Studio with Lori. My name is Lori, and today we're going to talk about why are so many people feeling lost these days. So we live in a world that's constantly pulling us away from ourselves. We're told how to act, how to dress, how to be, what it looks like to be successful. And through all this time, we rarely stop to ask, what is it that I want? Now, it's just natural over time for you to start feeling lost, feeling disconnected. The soul starts to knock, shall we say, and can get quite loud. And at some point, this could come through as anxiety, depression, just feeling lost, disconnected, relationship struggles, financial struggles, all kinds of things, all kinds of issues. And you know, it's not something that is easy to deal with at times. You know, like sometimes we don't know what the problem is. We just know that we don't feel fulfilled anymore. We don't feel like ourselves anymore, and we start looking for things to fulfill us. So that could, you know, come in the shape of unhealthy relationships, addictions, and addictions of all kinds too. Like some people just food addictions. It could be you're running to your local coffee shop every day for that coffee that you feel that you need. So it doesn't have to be big addictions by any means. So, you know, like I said, we could have a career problems in our career. We could start having health problems. There are so many ways that it can manifest in our lives when we start feeling disconnected and lost. People nowadays, they're overwhelmed with the noise. There's so much noise out there. Social media, different things, television, the movies, but even in the real world of like your day-to-day life, like you have to go to work if you work outside of your home and deal with other people, be in contact with other people. And so there's a lot of noise out there, right? I mean, just look at right now on the news. There's a lot of noise, and it's hard to understand what's going on sometimes. Never mind, you know, what's true, what's just drama for viewing sake. There's all this stuff pulling at us right now, and people are really starting to be overwhelmed by the noise. And that noise can be in your head as well, right? Like with overthinking and intrusive thoughts and fear-based things. So confusion, that's another one, confusion. So, you know, if you're feeling like this right now, you're not alone. You're certainly not alone. There's a lot of people feeling this way right now. So another thing is there's a lot of people in this transition period. You know, things have changed through the years and people have changed. And there's a lot of us questioning now, like, what do I really want? Like, who am I? What do I want for my life? What, you know, what type of job do I want to have? Or do I want to work for myself? Do I want to run my own business? And a lot of people are in what we call the in between. So we've got one foot in the new life, but another foot still in the old life. And that can, you know, obviously create some imbalances there as we try to figure out things. And so a lot of people are questioning right now, like their relationships. Like, is this the right relationship for me? Do I even want to be in a relationship? Is this relationship holding me back? Is it toxic? Our businesses, do I want to work here every day? Do I feel fulfilled in this job anymore? Doing our own business. I mean, there's people that are trying to be entrepreneurs, but things are slow or things aren't working out exactly what they thought they were going to look like. So they might give up on their entrepreneurship. But the biggest thing I find, like, is we've lost connection with our soul, but also nature. You know, we get dressed every day, we put on these shoes and the hat and whatever, and we go off into our cars and we go to places of businesses and whatnot. And very few people have time for nature. And I know through the years, as I've spent more and more time in nature, I've always been a nature buff, but like more and more especially since, like, 2020, um, spending more and more time in nature, for myself personally. And I would do videos, and people are like, "Oh, wow, like, where are you? And it looks so nice out there." And I actually had a lot of people asking me to come on nature walks with me. And then there was so many people that's like, "Oh, maybe, I'd love to do that, but I don't have time. I've got to go to work. I've got all these responsibilities. I've got all these things pulling at me." And so they have totally lost connection with the earth, and of course with themselves. And we see this in children, our children and youth. They spend a lot of time indoors, going to school, but then outside of school, they're on their tablets or phones or computers at home, and very little is really being done in a lot of cases to get them away from that and outside. And I remember as a child, I was very rarely inside. We were very much encouraged to be outside in nature, barefoot. I don't know how many times I came home with, toenails that were toes that were stubbed, toenails that were broken, skin knees. But, it was all part of the fun. And we connected with nature more back then. I'm very, very grateful that I didn't grow up. As much as I know technology is useful, I'm glad that I did not grow up at a time where there was such a thing, because I believe we had, much more of a connection with nature back then. So the hopeful part about all this, is when we start to feel this feeling of being lost. It's not the end. That's just the beginning of a journey that could, plant you somewhere else. It's that feeling of discontent, unhappiness that often triggers some change in your life. When you can't take it anymore, when you just start feeling so unfulfilled that you just would do, you just at the end of the rope type of thing, and that's can often create change. At least for me, it did. I had to get so sick of my own BS that and way of being that wasn't aligned for me. I wasn't in alignment. That triggered an awakening and doing things differently. So there's always a bright side, the bright side of things, the silver lining, as you will. And that is that there is something else. That's just, for many people, that's just the beginning of looking outside of them, back inside to themselves instead of outside, for their fulfillment. They start going within more. And that is just a beautiful beginning to what could be a really great journey, of becoming more of who you came here to be. So I'll wrap this up today. I just wanted to come on here and speak a little bit about this because it is something that I am hearing from many people. And I just wanted to do a quick video on it. So if you like my content, please reach out, like, share, comment. I'll read your comments. I love to hear other people's perspective on things. And I'll just leave it here for now. And on the next video, maybe we'll go deeper about this concept of feeling lost and how we can work through those feelings. So I thank you for joining me. Like I said, like, share, or comment. I would love to hear from you. And until next time, take care and stay connected.